I played a lot of sports as a kid, which was a big waste of time. I don't really come from an athletic background. My mom, she was the captain of her bowling team, and my dad was a school shooter. By that I mean he was on the rifle team. So like every other kid, I played t-ball, and from day one my body was telling me not to be out there. I'm allergic to grass. So the position I played, it's around first base adjacent. It's called right field. If you're an outfielder in t-ball, that means you suck. The outfield gets no action. Like, the only thing that probably gets less action than the outfield is like this guy right here. And I remember I was walking out, which felt like a big hike back then to the outfield, and I could hear one of my coaches saying, like, maybe we could have Sam play second base. And the other coach was like, that's certainly an idea. There's a lot of different talent out here. Maybe Sam could get them all waters. Or maybe Sam, he could play home. And he's like, oh, that'd be so cool. We could have him play catch. He's like, no. Sam could play at home while we play t-ball. Yes, there's not a lot to do out in the outfield. Me and the other outfielders be like, oh, talk about the clouds. One of them would be like, that one looks like a doggy. And the Catholic kid would be like, that looks like Father Johnson's Johnson. And me trying to fit and be like, that looks like my rabbi's penis. Yes. Or you'd think, like, the only good thing about youth sports was the snacks. Like, if Miss Wiseman brings fucking apple slices one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. Because I did not stand in the heat to get an apple slice. I deserve a cookie or a Cheez-It at the bare minimum. And my best friend, he was never on my team. He was on the winning team. His name was Avery Zimmerman. We called him the Jewish Jackie. Let me explain to you how good this kid was. This kid came with a broken wrist, and my coach was like, oh, he can't play. And he was playing, and he was freaking out, because he could beat us with a broken wrist. And it was like, if I came with a Band-Aid, my coach would be like, Doug out. Sit this one out. And the only time the ball ever got hit to me was from Avery, and that's when I learned I also had really bad depth perception. And at the end of the season, I got a participation trophy, which I did not deserve. Not because I don't believe in participation trophies, because I didn't really participate. I stood there. But at the end of the season, I also got a big black and white cookie, and I was like, I'm coming back next season. They're giving out participation cookies, I'm in. Take a note, Miss Wiseman, this is what we want. The next season, no cookie, I was done. So at 4'2", I moved to basketball, because I was like, that fits my build. And my first coach, he did not have a kid on the team, which, thinking back about it, means he was court-ordered to be there. And he was like Mr. Miyagi meets Cobra Kai. Like, we were washing his car, but that did not translate to making layups. And we were running suicides, because if he was going to be miserable, we were going to be miserable. And the next coach I had, he took the league way too seriously. Like, he was trying to win a Coach of the Year award that did not exist. Like, we were running Apple, Dave, Bagel, Dave, like, who knows why we were running plays. But one kid would pass it in, one kid would set a pick, one kid would go for the layup, I'd be on the bench. Worked like a charm. This coach did not care for me. Everyone know who Michael Jordan is? There we go, obviously. He had something called the flu game, where in the playoffs he scored a bunch of points. I had something I call the cough game, where I coughed. The coach heard me, benched the rest of the game, and we won. So I am the Michael Jordan of the Jewish Community Center. And like, my dad did not have any faith in me, because every game we had a bet. If I could score 8 points, I would get a dog. And in my league, you got 2 free throws at halftime just for being there, which means I needed to score 6 points, 2 threes. So I needed to make 4 shots in total. So I grew up with fish. And in middle school, I was like, you know what? I'll try out for the basketball team. Why not? I'm not an A guy. I got it. I could be a B team guy. I was not. And we had an A, B, and C team. I was on none of them. And I was like, you know what? My build is not meant for this sport. I'm a small Jewish kid. But the problem was I went to Jewish day school, so all the kids were small Jewish kids. I was just bad. All right, everyone, thank you. I'm Sam Brothman.
Sam Brothman, everybody. One more time for Sam. The contest is officially